Hello everybody, welcome back to our little tarot corner. Allie from Totaro here with a little bit of nostalgia for our Friday. So I happen to have here a deck that I've had for a good long while now, a couple years, but I've not done a video on it. So today I thought we would take a walk through and enjoy a little bit of a flashback, if we will. So this is the That's So 90's Tarot by Divine Moon Empress, I believe, on Etsy. There's a little card inside that I'll show in a second to make sure I got the shop owner correct. But first of all, it comes in the best packaging, a little backpack. I think you can order it without it too, but I mean, come on. How can you not store a 90's tarot deck in a backpack? She also sent goodies. This little pin, which I won't lie, I forget who that is. I don't know. But then there was also, oh, it got wrinkled. A little Dexter's Lab sticker. And one of the best parts, a slap bracelet. If this doesn't scream, oh. Okay, maybe I won't put that on. But anyways, if that doesn't scream 90's, I don't know what does. So let's jump on into the deck. I know there's also one that she's made, the That's So 80's Tarot. But I am a 90's baby. I was born in 91. So this is the kind of stuff that I grew up with. Yes, Divine Moon Empress on Etsy. There's her info. And here are the backs. That's So 90's Tarot. This deck makes me so happy. It's not necessarily a quote-unquote serious reader. It certainly can be. I mean, any kind of art style that you gravitate towards can obviously be a very important tarot deck to you. This one just gives me the feels. It gives me the feels and it makes me reminisce on the good old days. So I just have a lot of fun working with this deck. The cardstock too is like plasticky and obviously glossy, and it's so satisfying to hold and shuffle. It just feels delicious and smooth and all the good things. Anyway, okay, enough babbling. Let's get into it. So we start with the Fool, Blockbuster, Be Kind, Rewind. And then I will admit there were a couple things in here that I didn't know just because I'm not a 100% versed on everything 90's, even though I grew up in the 90's, right? I don't know everything, but I think this is the main command center for the Power Rangers, I think. So with the Magician, Clarissa explains it all as the High Priestess. I mean, obviously. Aunt Viv is the Empress from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Perfect. The Professor is our Emperor from the Powerpuff Girls. Master Splinter, of course, from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is our Hierophant, benevolent leader. Zach and Kelly from Saved by the Bell as the lovers. Quintessential couple here, kids. Today's children will never know. This one really got me in the feels. This took me straight back to anytime that you walked into your classroom and you saw the big old TV cart with the massive TV that weighed like 200 pounds and there was a VHS and you saw this bright yellow bus, you knew it was going to be a good day. Magic school bus. Dial-up AOL, dial-up internet, and paint as strength. It took a lot of patience and strength to deal with these things. That is for sure. But it chugged through, man. Daria as a hermit. Perfect. Wheel of Fortune as the Wheel of Fortune. Need I say more? Pinky and the Brain as Justice. Spider-Man does whatever a spider can as our Hangman. Love that. Tales from the Crypt? Question mark? I believe. Don't remember who this is. I didn't watch that kind of stuff. As a kid, I was really sensitive to like spooky things. I didn't even like the show Are You Afraid of the Dark? It gave me nightmares. I was a sensitive little baby. But yeah, Temperance, being Twister, got to keep your balance. Of course. The Devil from The Cow and Chicken. This was an old Cartoon Network show that I used to watch, and it seemed like it always came on late at night. Ugh. One of the best shows ever from the 90s. Fight Me. Legends of the Hidden Temple. Absolutely incredible. You got the blue barracudas, the purple parrots, the silver snakes, the orange iguanas, green monkeys, red cheetahs or red leopards. I don't know, whatever. Oh my gosh. The star, because you gotta hope to hell that you can keep this damn thing alive. Oh, Tamagotchis. Buy them just so they die. I Know What You Did Last Summer. As the Moon, Secrets Exposed. The Deep and the Dark and the Dangerous. Oh, this also kills me. Lion King is and will forever be one of my favorite movies of all time. Scar is the man. Once again, fight me. I loved The Lion King as a kid. Loved that show. Okay, I wasn't really into wrestling as a kid, but The Undertaker from WWE, it makes sense as Judgment, sure. Okay. Michael Jordan as the World, because he was everything. My girls. Okay, I didn't even talk about this. Okay, I'm so sorry. Wait, no, we just got through the majors. Okay, so each of the suits in this deck have obviously something to do with the 90s, but they're like most of them are toys. So for the wands, we have those little sticks. I feel like they were filled up with water. They were like rain sticks, or at least just like batons that you threw. I remember having one, but I don't remember if it had water in it or not. But either way, the Spice Girls. I love that the backgrounds on each card too are different. Like they all correlate with whatever's on the card, and I love that. These ladies were everything. My favorite was Sporty and Ginger. I love them all, but Sporty was my favorite. Okay. Fruit Stripes gum as the Two of Wands, here for 1 second and then gone the next. Worst gum ever, but it was so addictive as kids. And the Three of Wands as Walkman, because that was revolutionary. We could take it on the go, and you got all kinds of popular music in the background. Okay, so this was another thing that I wasn't too familiar with in the 90s, but house parties, the Four of Wands, it definitely makes sense, being that like the Four of Wands typically relates to the home or celebrations or comfort. So sure, I don't know. I can't really speak to that one too much. Tyson and Holyfield is the Five of Wands. Absolutely. Six of Wands. The 90s was all about female power. All about female power, female music. You've got Janet Jackson. You, of course, got Celine. You've got Brandy, Britney, TLC, Toni Braxton, Christina, Madonna, Whitney. Yes, and let's go, girls. Shania Twain, the queen. So good. Tupac as the Seven of Wands, standing up for what you believe in, standing up for what's right. He was very, very outspoken and very articulate and passionate, and he knew what he was talking about. He knew what he believed in. I love that card. The Eight of Wands, holla at you later. With the invention of the flip phone, lots of changes that came quickly, lots of different ways to interact with our cell phones and with other people. That was big. Nine of Wands being Wile E. Coyote, the definition of perseverance, always getting blown up. Sorry about the glare, it just not cooperating with me. But yeah, perseverance, he's the definition of that. Angelica's mom from the Rugrats, never knew when to put the phone down, never knew when to quit working, just let go of some of the stress. I think is her name Charlotte, if I remember. I don't know. I feel like it is. I wanted to call her Cynthia, but that's Angelica's doll's name. So I think her name was Charlotte. I don't know. Tom and Huck, if you were a 90s girl, you and all of us other girls had a crush on JTT. Don't even pretend like you didn't. He is a perfect page of wands, full of that fire. Love it. Another one, Brad Pitt as our Knight of Wands. Holy guacamole, he was everything. The Queen. I don't need to say anything on this card. That's it. Same for this one. Leo DiCaprio as Jack on the Titanic for our King of Wands. Ugh, my God. I remember seeing this movie in theaters and just being like amazed. Okay, so now we get into the cup suit, and the cups are the classic 90s diner cups. And the Ace of Cups is MASH. I remember playing this with friends. It was always like, ooh, which celebrity am I going to marry? Am I going to live in a mansion or a shack? Like that was everything. This was a game we played all the time. Corey and Topanga from Boy Meets World as the Two of Cups. I mean, absolutely. They were just the quintessential Charmed for the Three of Cups. Perfect. Big coven energy, literally. Love it. The Four of Cups. We've got Helga or Olga. No. Olga was her mom? Sister? Olga was her big sister, so this is Helga, yeah. But pretending to be disinterested by Arnold when she had like a whole shrine in her closet. Yeah. Little Eeyore as our Five of Cups. Very, very appropriate. He was always a little gray cloud. Six of Cups being the Rugrats, of course. Of course, childhood nostalgia. Can anybody else relate? Like looking back on some of these episodes, like when I've randomly been able to find one somewhere or like catch a glimpse of something, it was so crappy and so weird and very sneakily adult, but like back then it was the best. I've got Reptar on the background. Can you see why this whole deck is just full of entertainment? We've got Trolls for the Seven of Cups because you can do anything with them. Sky's the limit. Whatever you dream, they can be it. Eight of Cups. We got the Little Mermaid. I want to be where the people are. Ugh, sorry. Sorry about that. Oh, we've got Aladdin as our Nine of Cups. Wishes fulfilled. We got the genie up there, of course. Yes, yes. 10 of Cups, Family Matters. Did I do that? We've got his glasses. Love it. Pepe Le Pew is our Page of Cups. Always on that search for love. Always, always, always. But the Knight of Cups, absolutely being boy bands. We got NSYNC. We've got the Backstreet Boys. We've got, who else down here? Okay, maybe I don't know all of them. Anyway, but yeah, boy bands, totally get it. Being the Knight of Cups, very charming, and everybody knew if I could just marry Lance Bass. Like, if he met me, if I could go to an NSYNC concert and I could meet him, it'd be over for everybody. He would be my husband, and it's fine. Little did I know, it would never happen. But you couldn't tell me that back then. And then for the Queen of Cups, we have Miss Honey from Matilda. So perfect. She was definitely Queen of Cups. And then for the King, we've got Danny Tanner from Full House. Wake Up San Francisco. Oh, Danny Tanner and his girls. Bob Saget. That was such a great role. All right, now we're in the swords. And for the swords, this is I think the white Power Rangers sword. I don't remember what it's called, but Anyway, so we got the Ace of Swords, Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory. Dee, get out of my laboratory. Love that show. Then we got the Cat Dog for Two of Swords. Again, really a gross cartoon when you think about it, but not something that I thought of at the time, you know? Three of Swords, Dawson's Creek. Not gonna lie, never got into this show, but I understand, like, Katie Holmes, both guys, apparently, heartbreak, drama, breakups. I guess this was like a teen soap opera, essentially. I never watched it. I don't know. And the Four of Swords, we got Courage the Cowardly Dog, another Cartoon Network show. He was always so anxious and seeing the creepy things, and Muriel and I don't remember the guy's name, but always creepy things happening around that house out on the prairie. Such a weird cartoon. Five of Swords, Battleship, Perfection. I love the background on this one. It's the Battleship board. So fun. Six of Swords, Pokemon. Absolutely. Going on that journey. Gotta catch them all. Seven of Swords, Mask, Deception. Love it. Eight of Swords, we got Debbie from the Wild Thornberries. Oh, this is so stupid. Major Eight of Swords energy. Love her. Nine of Swords, I definitely get this card. Fun fact, so this freaking creature here always freaked me out the most. I remember black drool. I feel like it could climb walls or something creepy. So not a children's television show. I don't know how it made it on the air. But its drool was like a dark blue or a black. I still, every now and then, have nightmares about black drool coming from the walls. That's how you knew that this clown was around. I don't remember anything other than the drool, but that was enough to scare me, and I hated it. And moving on. Hated that show. And of course, we got The Craft with the Ten of Swords. Yes. Page of Swords, Adventures in Wonderland. I don't think I ever saw this or watched it, but sure. Sabrina, the Teenage Witch, being Knight of Swords. Love that. Versatility, too. She was Clarissa, she was Sabrina. Killer career. Oh, our queen, Judge Judy, as the Queen of Swords. Yes, ma'am. Loved her. Love her. And of course, we got Uncle Phil in the same vein. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. All right, and then we got our final suit here. We've got Pentacles, or in this case, Pogs. I remember having a decent collection of those, a couple tubes full. But Ace of Pentacles, building your Barbie dream house. Perfect. The Two of Pentacles, Mary-Kate and Ashley, they built an empire. I saw every single one of these movies, had that game, had their dolls. Yes. Yep. Three of Pentacles being Goosebumps. Again, I wasn't into horror, scary things, so I'm not really sure the tie in there. I wish I was, but again, sure, why not? And the Four, Scrooge McDuck. Makes sense from DuckTales. Wait, is that Scrooge McDuck? I feel like it still is. Ooh, correct me if I'm wrong, someone. It's been a while. I know we got Huey, Dewey, and Louie, or Huey, Dewey, Louie, or Huey, Dewey, Louie, or Huey, Dewey, Louie. Whichever ones they were. Yeah, but that makes sense. Beanie Babies. Y'all. Okay. Can we talk about the fact that we were supposed to be rich, millionaires, by holding on to Beanie Babies? They didn't amount to crap. I still have, a box full of them somewhere. A big plastic tub full of them. Never worth anything. Tragic. And Six of Pentacles. Hey Arnold. Seven of Pentacles. Martin. Yeah, again, I didn't really watch this show, so I don't know. Eight of Pentacles, Stu Pickles, building his toys, always the engineer, always working, always trying to build toys, for sure. Nine of Pentacles, we've got Paris Hilton, of course, Princess of an Empire, had everything. 10 of Pentacles, this is perfect. The family from The Nanny. Everyone loved Fran, and I did too. I certainly did, but like Grandma. Grandma was where it's at, you know? Absolutely. Then we got Page of Pentacles as Harry Potter. You know, I remember turning 11, being around 11 when I started reading these with my mom. And so I was always like Harry's age. And the weird thing is it was set in the 90s. So like it makes sense. But to read them now, to go back and watch the movies now, I lose the memory of the fact that it's supposed to be set in the 90s because they feel so current. And yes, obviously they were made in current time, but still, like, you forget that it's supposed to be set in the 90s. It's wild. I don't know. Time means nothing. But I did bawl my eyes out at the last movie. And I remember saying to the people I went with, I was like, there's my childhood. Like, it's over. What else do I have? I'm no longer a kid because this whole saga, this whole series is over. There is no more. Still watch the movies, though. And I've read the series through a bunch of times. And then we got Doug is the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like the theme music for Doug was like always kind of weird and quirky. It was different, but... And then we got Mrs. Cosby as the Queen of Pentacles. Very, very accurate. Holding it down. Being generous. Being a lovely woman. A lovely mother. Just being everybody's everything, essentially. So that's perfect. And finally, we have Tim the Toolman Taylor as our King of Pentacles from Home Improvement. Building homes. Tool time. I love it. I love it so much. This whole deck is just a giant flashback for me, and I hope you enjoyed looking through it with me. I hope some of this like sparked your happiness. What happened there? Where did they, am I crazy? What happened? What in the world? I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed this look at the That's So 90s Tarot with me. And thank you for taking the time to look at it with me. And until next time, bye guys.